Well, I thought I'd heard it all. This is a February 4th article titled Prosecutors and Rittenhouse's Lawyers Dueling Court Filings. Video of KPD captain speaking to lawyer. In this article, DA Michael Gravely is going to be quoted as saying one of the most absolutely ridiculous arguments I've heard in quite a while. Hello out there. I am trying to get through.
With his powerful brainwaves cradled in the warmth of reasoning, it's time for Johnnie Walker Dredd to straighten you out on a thing or two. Emanating all the way from exciting Las Vegas, Oklahoma, it's the Johnnie Walker Dredd Show.
Boo, boo. All right, so here it begins. Kenosha DA Michael Gravely and T. Claire Binger made one thing clear today. They want Kyle Rittenhouse's safe house address to be public now. Yesterday, we told you about some of the arguments already made. Now, this is the Kenosha County Eye, a very good online source for all things Kenosha, and they have been covering this Kyle Rittenhouse case pretty carefully. He goes on. Since then, each side filed a new brief. The state's brief says in part, now get this, a defendant should list a P.O. box or a friend's address or their employer's address. It should be where he actually resides. We believe this emotionally charged document has some grammar errors. We think he meant to write should not. Can you believe that? What kind of typo is that? In a legal brief, you leave the word not out. Kenosha DA Michael Gravely was reported to say today that he will not be charging Kyle Rittenhouse with bail jumping. Bail jumping is a crime that carries a possible prison sentence of 6 years and is charged if a prosecutor thinks that a defendant violated a condition of bond. Now you're going to think, well, DA Michael Gravely didn't charge Kyle with bail jumping because the charge would have been ridiculous. It would have been an overreach. No, listen to what he says here. Gravely said today that we have to be fair. If we charge Kyle with felony bail jumping, then all the African Americans in the city would also need to be charged with felony bail jumping when they don't update their address, even when it's for safety reasons. So let me see if I got this straight. Kyle was not charged with a crime because if they did charge Kyle with that crime, they'd have to charge African Americans in the city with the same crime. Does that make any sense at all? I have never heard such a statement coming from a district attorney before, but that's what you're dealing with in Kenosha. The state then goes on to say that it doesn't believe that Kyle is in any real danger. They did suggest that the man who lives in Kyle's old home might be, however. Addressing an emailed threat Kyle's lawyer received, Binger responds, there is no indication this person is from Wisconsin, Wyoming, or Western Samoa. Binger knows that every document he files gets a story from TMZ, CNN, and the others. The once failed district attorney candidate loves the attention. T. Claire reportedly almost got in trouble of his own when police were called to his girlfriend's house for a physical domestic dispute on Christmas Eve. The rest of the brief reads like a left-wing romance novel. And I covered that whole deal with the Binger getting in trouble with his girlfriend in a separate video. Kyle's lawyer responds. In a brief filed after business hours, Kyle's attorney Mark Richards responded to Binger's nonsensical arguments and levied a serious accusation of his own. As most people know, every criminal defendant is entitled to discovery. All evidence that the state has and intends to be used against him. Richards says liberal Kenosha Judge Jody Meyer signed a warrant on 10/29/2020 for all of Kyle's social media accounts. The state isn't turning this over to Richards as the law requires. Richards thinks that this is because there are many threats against Kyle in the documents. In essence, the state is withholding threats that would hurt their assertion that there is no safety issue. Detective Benjamin Antaramian was thirsty for a connection between Kyle and a militia group, but didn't find any evidence of this. Neither did Facebook or the FBI, reportedly. Maybe T. Claire isn't ready for this exculpatory evidence to be in Kyle's attorney's hands? Maybe he knows he's going to lose this case at jury trial and wants to win as many points in the news media as he can. Remember, as his boss Angelina Gabriel said, prosecutors can't ethically bring charges against someone unless they can win. We don't think they can here. I encourage everyone to go to KenoshaCountyEye.com. They have a lot of great articles about Kyle and Dominique and Crystal and Jesus Medrano, and I can't even remember the name of the guy who shot all those people in that tavern. Like my video, subscribe to my channel.